Hey, welcome to Slay the Spire. Today playing the daily challenge for March 11th, 2026. The character at the Defect and modifiers are Heirloom. Start with 1 rare relic. Red cards now appear in rewards and shops. And Lethality, strategy combat plus 3 strength, and all enemies strategy combat plus 3 strength as well. I see Germany with an amazing 13-12. Goldberry, finally a winning run. Goldberry has had a lot of trouble the last few days, but was able to end up in top 20 with 1271. So yeah, let's get started and see what I can do here. Probably with Lethality, I will try to go for an aggressive attack. We do start with Red Needle, strategy combat with 4 plated armor. It's really nice. Alright, 3 lead path on the left, and 2 question mark runs before that lead path. Alright, let's get started there. Okay, so 14. So I only have 18 plus 16, which is 34, so that's not quite enough. Let's fully defend here with the plated armor, and then do a strike. Okay. Yeah, I think with lethality I should lean into to be able to deal a lot of damage. And then I need 1 decent attack card to kill next turn. Beautiful. Now let's do 2. Okay. Alright, got a Gambler's Brew Reprogram, Dropkick, Dual Wield. Is this the day where I finally give in and take the Reprogram and you know, avoid my trap of always just ignoring it and failing? It's very tempting. Now, I have started to appreciate Dual Wield, and Ole pointed out that, you know, it had to take for Slay the Spire 2 to come out for me to start appreciating Dual Wield. I do think at the moment is not very useful, and Dropkick, I don't have any synergies for that. You know what? Let's take the Reprogram. Let's finally give in and make a Reprogram deck work. Okay. Alright, yeah, already I can gain some extra strength. I think with the extra strength I already have, focusing on strike cards is better anyway. Although, okay, I am being punished here. Let's do 2 strikes, okay. And then just to deal 19 damage. This is 14. Actually, I can just do 2 strikes. Beautiful. Alright. Twin Strike. Yep, definitely Twin Strike to use the strength. Come. And then here... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna remove the... Should I remove the Reprogram? That'll be funny. I gave in and took Reprogram for 1 floor fight. I kind of want to. The other option is to remove the Zap. If I'm focusing on Reprogram, I don't need the focus. No, I can't. My true nature is to just still go for focus decks, so, or for orb decks, so... Yeah, fine, let's remove the Reprogram again. Alright, well, it took exactly 1 floor for me to embrace the Reprogram, and then I immediately gave up as soon as I could. Alright, let's get rid of this guy to avoid being weakened, and then actually the orb will be enough to kill next turn. If I get a lot of strength cards, I'll be a little sad. Yeah, I haven't seen an orb card yet. Shockwave is interesting for the weakness. Final boss with the Guardian, so the weakness is not a bad idea, but with lethality, the Guardian is going to be really tough to handle anyway. But I think I should take the Shockwave just because of that weakness. Okay. Alright, here I start with Twin Strike, which is 16. How do I do this? So I think I'll do Twin Strike this guy, and then 2 strikes on this guy. That way I won't be weakened. Unfortunately, I will take 3 damage, but I think that's fine. I have to target the Gremlin Wizard next, I think. Dual Cast. Okay, beautiful. It hit this one only. That's awesome. And then I can do a Defend, right? So this way I'm fully defended. And then can I deal 17 damage? Yeah, with Shockwave and Twin Strike I can. Beautiful. Alright, we got a Fire Potion, Cold Snap. Go for the S-Beam Cell. Yeah, this is why I wanted to take, to keep some of my focus still. Alright, against the Lagavulin, let's do a Zap, and then ideally I would get the Shockwave played, although this one might be a challenge to perfect. Although with Shockwave, the weakness might be nice too. I can't do Cold Snap here because it would wake it. Okay. Next turn, at least I have Shockwave and the strikes. Alright, fine. Let's do Shockwave, and I guess I'll do 1 strike. Okay. But the enemy is weakened for the next 2 attacks. That's good. So I have to defend against 15. I can double defend and then play a Cold Snap. That is enough. Okay. I might run out of defensive cards here, though. Yeah, this is a problem, right? So if I do Twin Strike, that's 24, and then another 13, and then another 16. That's going to be 54, if that's right. And then another 20 damage is going to be 74. Plus another 3, so I think I got 77. If I didn't... Let me recalculate real quick. So this is 24. This is another 16, so that's 40. 53. And then another 3 is 56. And then Fire Potion is 76. Yeah, so I'm a little short. So I think I have to try to defend here. So I'm going to use the Gambler's Brew, get rid of all of these to try to grab block cards. I did. Beautiful. So I can do Defend 1. Defend 2. And then another Cold Snap. Yep, that evokes the Lightning Orb too. Okay. Alright, now I don't have vulnerability anymore, which might be a problem. Did not draw a good hand here. I still have the Fire Potion. That might help. Just need to deal 16 damage. Actually, wait, can I defend here? 10 plus 4, 14, 18. No, so I have to kill. Let's do Twin Strike. Let's do Cold Snap. And then, yeah, the one strike is not enough. I have to use the fire potion, which is fine. Yeah, that's what potions are for. So perfect this one with 2 potions. We got Recapilla, one of you rest an additional 15 HP. Rip and Tear is nice with all the extra strength I have. Let's take it. And then here, as always, I'll risk it. And if it's a bad event, I'll reload and just take the gold instead. Although now I'm going to the next elite fight with no orbs to help, no potions to help me at all. All right, let's take the gold here for HP. Okay. Alright, Gremlin Knob. Yeah, this one might be a challenge, especially with this type of opening hand. Yeah, I can't see what hand I would draw to be able to kill here. Nothing, right? At most I can deal 20, 38, 41 damage. If I had the fire potion, that would have been enough. But I mean, I had to use it to perfect the last one. Let's just Shockwave and then Rip and Tear. Yeah, just accept the damage here. There's nothing I can do. Another 14. If I got lucky, maybe with the attack pattern, I might have had a chance, but no. Alright, got Frozen Egg. One of you add a power card to your deck, upgraded. Pummel Strike, Steam Beer, Force Field. Steam Beer is really tempting for the upgrade boss, but fine, let's take Steam Beer. I do need some defensive cards for the boss. I got Pentagraph at the start boss combat, still 25 HP. That's always nice. Well, other than if you're fighting the Hexaghost. Alright, and then here, I think I'll do Shockwave, and then one strike is enough to get rid of the backliner. Okay. And then with the vulnerability, I should be able to kill the other one. Or actually, I can do Rip and Tear. Beautiful. Alright, we got a Smoke Bomb Push, which I probably don't need another. I don't like these two. I think I'll take the Spot Weakness and really lean into the Strength synergies here. Alright, Lagavulin attempt number 2. Let's do another Zap, same as before. And once again, I would like to get the Shockwave played soon. Alright, there's the Shockwave, beautiful. And that way, next turn, I can hopefully deal a lot of damage. I didn't have any attacks left. Not many, but I can do Cold Snap, Strike, Dual Cast. So the enemy is weakened next turn, but the turn after I'll be in trouble. And there's nothing I can do this turn anyway, right? So the best I can do is Spot Weakness, Strike 1, Strike 2. Yeah, that's the best I can do, and I'm nowhere close. Yeah, not even the Fire Potion could save me. Alright, alright. Yeah, I think I used the potions to perfect one elite. I don't think there would have been anything else I could have done. So this is not enough to kill. I think I'll just try to defend as much as I can, because I think I should be able to deal enough damage next turn. Yeah, Twin Strike is enough. Alright. At Dark Imperia, when we obtain a curse, increase your max by 6, which is nice. Heavy Blade with the Spot Weakness is interesting. Heat Sinks is not bad, but I don't have any other powers at the moment, so I think I'll take the Heavy Blade for now. Right, should I hit another shop? I don't think I'll go for a shop after this, because, yeah, hang on. Let's do this. Oof, 18. Alright, fine, let's try to defend. I'm starting to get a little worried about losing too much HP against the boss fight and having trouble surviving, so let's be a little careful here. Let's do one strike, a second strike, and then any attack will kill this guy next turn. Okay. Alright, Loop, Glacier, Battle Trance. Loop is interesting, but I think for the boss, I will take the Glacier to have a great defensive card. And shop or no shop? I'm hoping I can get another shop soon, and I have a good amount of gold, but not, like, a lot, so... Alright, here... I mean, I could kill this guy, but it's gonna take some effort. Fine, let's do that. That way I also avoid being weakened. Okay. Oh, the Steam Barrier was unnecessary there. Made it become less powerful. Here, let's do Spot Weakness and 2 strikes. Okay, I do want to make sure I can get rid of this guy next turn. I will accept 3 damage for that. Alright, and then Heavy Blade is 32. That is a lot. Should I do Rip and Tear first? If it hits the front liner, it did not. Well, it hit the back liner. That's almost as good. Okay. And then I just need to deal 13 damage here, which I think I can do with a Strike and a Cold Snap. Beautiful. Alright, Tempest, Cold Snap, Perfecting Strike. I already have this. I'm definitely going to go for Highliner. And I, Perfected Strike. I just picked up... Oh, I just picked up 1 strike cards. I didn't pick up the Pummel Strike. I think Tempest is more interesting, although I'm really worried about the boss fight here. I guess I'll take my first curse. We also got Meal Ticket whenever you enter a shop, heal 15 HP. I also did get max HP from the Dark Imperium, so that's good. Okay. And then here, I feel like I need to upgrade defensive cards. So Glacier is a nice upgrade. Shockwave is also interesting. I think I'll upgrade the Shockwave first for more turns of weakness. The Steam Barrier might have been a good upgrade too. Alright, yeah, I don't have too high hopes here. I can do Heavy Blade. I mean, it's a shame I can't get my Lightning Orbs. Let's do, or my Frost Orbs, I mean, with Glacier. Let's do this. So this way I'm not transforming this turn. I should be able to transform next turn though. Let's do Cold Snap. No, I can do Cold Snap and then Rip and Tear. But the problem is I do have a lot of defensive cards in my discard pile now, so it might be hard to draw them in my draw pile. I am able to fully defend with the Steam Barrier here though, and the Frost Orb of course. The next turn I have 22 incoming. I do have Shockwave, but no, that's, yeah, the best I can do is to defend a Shockwave. That's nowhere close. So fine, let's do Shockwave. No way I can defend against 16. In that case, let's do Spot Weakness, and yeah. So I think this one, I don't know. I can't think of any other cards that I could have taken for me to be able to have a chance of perfecting this one. Here I can do Rip and Tear, then Twin Strike to transform. Let's do Defend to make the Regret do less damage. Okay. 9 incoming. Yeah, maybe playing the Glacier on turn 1 might have been smarter. That's the only thing I can think of, although admittedly in the turn where I lost HP, having 2 extra Frost Orbs would not have made a difference anyway. I can do Spot Weakness here, double defend. Okay. And then can I get a Heavy Blade? Because I feel like I have enough vulnerability. 61. Okay, no. I thought I was anywhere close to overkill, but I'm not. Let's do Strike, then Heavy Blade. And actually, I just need any attack card next turn to kill. Or even a Zap. Yeah, fine. Alright. No chance of really perfecting this one. We did get a Regen Push and Electrodynamics Amplify Fiendfire. I don't think I'll take any of these. I think Pauper is doable. Electrodynamics would be tempting. Curse Key, definitely going to take that. Gain energy at the start of your turn. One of you open a non-boss chest to obtain a curse. So I already have 1 curse, and this guarantees another 2. Really, that would be unique, and I can find 2 more curses somewhere. Alright, 1, 2, 3. 3 lead path on the right, with an early 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 question mark rooms. Okay, that's kind of nice. Yeah, early 6 question mark rooms, and then 3 leads. Alright, starting off with the Chosen. Well, let's do Shockwave. How much is Heavy Blade? 34. No, I think I'll try to defend a little bit with the defend here. Okay. Yeah, save one of my plated armors there. Here, let's do Strike, Twin Strike. Should I do Glacier? No, let's do Tempest. Let's try to be aggressive. Playing Glacier would have allowed me to maybe have Frost Drops for this turn. I am being attacked here for 9. I can do Spot Weakness, Rip and Tear, and that's enough to kill. Beautiful. Alright, FTL, Turbo, Body Slam. I don't think I need Body Slam. Let's take the FTL. Also, with the extra energy, I don't think I need the Turbo anymore. Remove a card. I mean, I don't know. Do I want to remove a basic strike or defend? Not really. No, I think I'll skip this. I'm trying to get into Dion, so I want to save all the cards I can get. Alright, Looter and Mugger here. Look at this very defensive hand. Yeah, I guess I can fully defend here. Beautiful. Alright. Another 26. There's a Heavy Blade for... Hang on, let's do Rip and Tear. Okay, I can do Heavy Blade, and I don't want to risk the Lightning Orb not hitting this guy, so let's do a Strike. I mean, I didn't have a way to defend anyway, so it's fine. I'll lose a little bit of HP here. And then 19. Is this enough? No, unfortunately. I am close, but sadly not enough. I do have a Regen Push, which I'll try to drink soon, too. Okay. Alright, here I got a Block Potion, which is nice. Tempest, Ball Lightning, Bloodletting. Already have this. Don't need this. I'll take the Ball Lightning. Okay. Alright, here... Oh, man. I currently don't have a good way to get overkill, other than waiting for the Heavy Blade, for the strength to accumulate. So I wonder if I should take this and try to use it as much as I can. And so I'm gonna go with no, and the reasons for that is I might not have any regular fights other than these two. And it's gonna be hard to use Ritual Dagger against the elites. So I think I'll try to focus on the Heavy Blade instead, focus on gaining a lot of strength in a fight. Here I definitely want to fight. This shouldn't be too difficult. Alright, okay, let's do Ball Lightning, Glacier. So 11, 15. Yeah, I'm almost fully defended. Let's do Tempest here. Okay. Lose 1 plate armor. I should probably consider doing the Regen Potion here, right? Hopefully this fight won't take that long. Let's do Shockwave, FTL. Then Rip and Tear. Okay. Then, this guy does more damage. But, yeah, I think I have to get rid of the backliner. Okay. Alright, I'm starting to get a little worried about all the HP I'm losing. Heavy Blade is enough to get rid of this guy. Let's do that, and then Twin Strike and Cold Snap is enough here too. Good. Got a Red Mask, got the Starvage Combat about 1 week to all enemies, which is good. A Speed Potion, which I'll take over the Smoke Bomb Potion, and I hope I won't regret it. Feel No Pain, Headbutt, Entrench. Do I even have any cards that exhaust other than the Shockwave? I guess Tempest exhaust, and that's pretty much it, right? So I don't think Feel No Pain would work, even though it's pre-upgraded. I think I'll take the Headbutt. Okay. And then going right for the 3 lead path. I kind of want to play it safe and heal here. I'm a little worried about losing too much HP on activity, especially if I have to fight the Book of Stabbing twice. That will be a disaster. Yeah, I could have upgraded something good, but let's risk the resting here. Man, I'm actually glad I rested because I'm taking 8 damage. Would have been great to get a curse out of this. Right, another regular fight. Cultist and the Chosen. Let's start off with Twin Strike, Strike 1, Strike 2, and then Tempest. No way to defend here. Yeah, I think resting was the right decision there. I would have lost so much HP either way. Let's do Shockwave, Spot Weakness, and a Strike. I could have considered doing Headbutt, right? Bring back the Twin Strike, I think. Yeah, that might have been a mistake. 9 incoming here. Let's do Rip and Tear, Ball Lightning. I think I'll do Glacier. That allows me to defend and also deal a lot of damage. I might have had enough to kill with the vulnerability, huh? And yeah, now I'm suffering for it because... Oh, fine. I'll take 1 damage from the regret. Okay. And then can I have one more attack? FTL, and FTL is actually enough. Beautiful. At a duplication potion, man, I need to get rid of one of these potions. Should have used the regen potion, freed up a potion slot. I already have these two. I'll give in and take the Feel No Pain, although I don't think it's going to really help me. We got Pain as well, so Orichalcum, enter turn without blocking 6 block. That's not too bad. At least it's a unique curse. I think, yeah, this fight might take a while. Let me drink the regen potion here. Alright, let's do Spot Weakness Glacier. Allows me to be fully defended thanks to the weakness. And then, yeah, let's do a Strike. Okay. 27. Yeah, I don't really see a way for me to survive, perfect this one. Surviving shouldn't be impossible, but perfecting should be pretty much impossible, right? Yeah, only have 18 instead of the 27 I need. And if I used the block potion, then this was the turn I would have trouble. So I don't think there's much I could have done here. Let's do Heavy Blade, Rip and Tear. I guess I'll do a Strike and just take the 24 head on. Oh, I guess with the Orichalcum I only take 11, which is much better. Let's definitely weaken with Shockwave, also apply Vulnerability, then do Twin Strike, and Ball of Lightning is exactly enough. Good. Okay. Yeah, no chance of perfecting this one. I had to have rested. We got Mercury Hourglass at the start of return, deal 3 damage to all enemies, Bloodletting, Cold Snap, Beam Cell. I already have this. Let's take the Beam Cell. Not a bad card to have. Alright, here I got the Snake Plant. I feel like at this point I have a lot of energy and not enough card draw, so maybe I should try to figure that out. Anything I need to headbutt back? Let's headbutt back the FTL for card draw and then double defend. Come. Alright, another 30. Let's do FTL. Heavy Blade is 32, not quite enough. If only I had vulnerability. Yeah, let's do Heavy Blade. Actually, Strike is enough. Good, good. Was able to kill here before taking much more damage. Clash, Blood for Blood, Hologram. Hologram might be good to bring back my Heavy Blade. Okay. And here I got the Gremlin Leader who is not attacking. That's good. Although, I barely have enough damage here. I can do Headbutt, Hologram, the Headbutt. Okay. Let's try that and hope I don't get attacked next turn. I could have used the duplication potion, I guess, but my hope is just not being attacked. Beautiful. FTL is not enough. I can't use the Spot Weakness either, right? Which is unfortunate. Let's do FTL here. Then do Ball Lightning, Twin Strike. Would be great if I could use the Spot Weakness. Still not being attacked. Good. 1 strike is not enough for this guy because I don't have extra strength. I think what I'll do, though, is I'll let my orbs handle it. That's a risk. Oh, man, that's a big risk. No, I can't risk it. Yeah. There's a small chance that none of the orbs... Well, it was a 25% chance none of the orbs would have hit the frontliner, in which case I would have lost the perfect for no good reason. I can do Heavy Blade for 34. I'm not, like, that far off. With the vulnerability and a few well-placed strikes, I might have enough. Okay, this is... Wow. Next turn I'll be weakened. Hang on. I need 14. I have 12. So can I get rid of one of them? I can't. I'm gonna risk the Tempest. I got lucky. I got lucky that the Tempest hit one of the minions. Okay, so even though I'll be weakened next turn... oh, actually, the Orbs are enough to kill. Okay. A little lucky in that fight because I was in attack. We got Pair Up, Pick Up, Raise Reaction by 10, which is great, as well as a Fire Potion. Wait, I need to get 105, right? 105 max HP to get the Stuff modifier. So 1 more curse is not enough. I need to get 2 more curses. Pain for Body, Burning Pact, or Blood for Blood. With the Pain, Blood for Blood is actually getting much better. Pain and Regret. Force Body is still, I think, the better choice, so let's take it. I guess if I wanted to be aggressive, I should have taken that. Alright, is there a way for me to get overkill here? It's going to be really hard, especially if I can't use the Spot Weakness every turn, so I don't think I'll waste too much time here. Yeah, let's just get rid of these guys. Let's hope I get some other good card award that will allow me to get overkill. Maybe I could consider taking Demon Form. Heavy Blade is great here, and wait, okay. Yeah, if I get Demon Form offered, I might take it and then remove a Knock 3 just to get overkill out of the way. Here I can do Twin Strike, Ball Lightning, get rid of this guy. Now, unfortunately, the backline I think is guaranteed to attack me this... Well, not guaranteed, but... Okay, no, that might... I guess it wasn't guaranteed to attack me. Let's do Headbutt, the Heavy Blade, and I think that should be enough next turn, right? Okay, I hadn't drawn any of my curses yet, other than the Pain right now. Okay. Alright, no troubles here. Compile Driver is not the worst, but Melter might be slightly better, I think. Actually, no, I was complaining about not having enough card draw, so let's take the Compile Driver. That should guarantee me drawing at least 1 card. And this is exactly why I rested, because I was worried about having to fight the Book of Stabbing twice, and that's exactly what happened here, too. So I can fully defend. Actually, I have Orichalcum. Yeah, you know what? I have the energy to fully defend. Yeah, if I play Orichalcum, I would not be fully defended. And who knows? Maybe I can pull off a perfect here. Yeah, no chance. No chance whatsoever. The best I can do defensively is this. Actually, I should not have played the defend. Orichalcum would have given me more block. 27. Double up the heavy blade. A little worried here. Let's not do the defend because of our Orichalcum. Let's do heavy blade, ball lightning, and strike. Oof. Okay. Definitely glad I rested. I might even consider resting at the next rest side too. Hang on, let me get through this first. This is 22 and then a strike. Okay. I got Singbo with added cards into your deck. You may raise your max HP by 2 instead. I already have this. Auto shields is interesting. Let's take it. I'm trying to get into Obsidian. You know what? There is a chance I might be able to perfect, but also there's a chance I might take too much damage. So just to be safe, I'll rest again. Man, I feel like I'm playing Slay the Spire 2, just resting at every rest side. Alright, so let's start out with Shockwave, Headbutt, and then Ball Lightning. Okay. Not the worst start. 15, actually lots of incoming and nothing I can do whatsoever, right? If I could somehow get rid of the minions, maybe. Do have a fire potion. I have a block potion. Alright, I think, what should I duplicate? Probably the Rip and Tear, right? Let's do spot weakness, then duplicate the Rip and Tear. If it somehow magically hits all the minions, well, it hit 1. That's still not enough, right? Because I have to defend against 25. I have 9 plus 12, which is 19. Fire potion. Yeah, if one of the Rip and Tear hits hit this guy, I might have had a chance, but unfortunately I don't. So it's fine. I'll save the other potions. I mean, if I knew I was going to lose the perfect, I would not have used the duplication potion, but I'm also really glad I rested, specifically for this reason, right? Let's do Heavy Blade first, then FTL, and yeah, let's do Feel No Pain and Zap, might as well. Okay. Also, it's nice I rested because I have the Pain and the Regret, which both make me take damage. Let's do Dual Cast and then play 2 strikes. I might as well play the Defense, so Regret deals less damage. Okay. Alright, getting lots of debuffs and being attacked for 27. Anything I need to hologram? Glacier is not a bad idea to hologram. Yeah, let's hologram the Glacier. Play that. Okay. Then do Cold Snap, Steam Barrier, and wait. Okay. Alright, and here I'm not being attacked. Let's do Beam Cell, Compile Driver. Oh man. Drew the spot weakness in the wrong turn, unfortunately. Okay, I don't need much more to kill. Right. So, should I just do Tempest? No, that's not going to be enough, right? Let's do Headbutt. Bring back a Compile Driver. I think that's a good idea. Then do Glacier. Then do Tempest. Okay. Could have done Reforce Body too, but I have the energy. Or the HP, I mean. Here I'll do Compile Driver, Rip and Tear, and that's enough. Yep. Definitely had to rest here. I don't think there's any way to perfect. There's also, I don't think, any way to survive if I hadn't rested, right? Limit Break, Seek, or Berserk. Oh man, Limit Break might allow me to get combo, but I might have trouble removing the card, and it's not a guaranteed way to get combo, so I think instead I'll take... Sorry, not combo, I mean Overkill. I'll take the max HP instead. We also got Calling Bell. I'm pick up obtain unique curse and 3 relics. That's awesome. Gives me curse number 3 as well as max HP. Oh, wasn't I supposed to get 6 max HP? Did I? Oh, right, because I just used Singing Bowl. Right. We also had a Data this for each combat. Start each combat with 1 focus. Mummified Hand. One of you play a power card or random card in your hand because 0 that turn. And Calipers at the start of your turn lose 15 block rather than all of you block. That makes your reinforced body slightly better. Alright, Dono and Deca. It's not going to be easy with the extra strength, but probably the easiest of the 3 bosses. There's a 3 lead path again on the left. Very happy with the number of elites. I get 1, 2, 3 early question mark rooms. And then another 3 afterwards. Now, the problem is there's no guaranteed shop here. Unless I skip early question mark rooms, which I won't. But I'm hoping with all those question mark rooms, I will get a shop. Otherwise, that's a lot of unspent gold. Alright, here, let's do Glacier, Beam Cell, Rip and Tear. Okay, and then a strike. Alright. Yeah, I also am very glad I rested because of the Pain and Regret. I think just because of those resting is very important. Kind of want to do auto shields. Let's do FTL first. Can I hologram the FTL? Yeah, let's do extra card draw. It also allows me to get rid of this guy. Okay. And then, oh, I forgot about hologram giving me, not allowing me to play the auto shields. That might have been a mistake. Alright, lost a little bit of HP here, but it's fine. I guess I'm going for an aggressive deck, so might as well try to deal damage. Also, I took less block because of Orichalcum, or I took less block because I didn't trigger the Orichalcum. Here, let's do Shockwave, Twin Strike. Actually, Cold Snap is not enough. Yeah, I have to do Twin Strike and then Cold Snap. Okay. So now the backline is going to come back to life. Okay. Alright, here, let's do... Anything I need to headbutt? Hang on. Can I get rid of the backline? Not really. Can I get rid of this guy? I think I can. So let's headbutt. I don't have a... Let's headbutt the Twin Strike here and then try to full defend. Okay. Alright, need the heavy blade. That will make my life easier. Thank you, game. Get rid of you. And then twin strike and compile driver. Beautiful. Alright, got an ancient potion, serum blow, stack, fire breathing. I think stack is perfect here. Okay. Alright, free extra gold. Really, really would like a shop now. Oh, man. I would lose Highlander if I take this. And there might be a chance of me not being able to remove it. But I will also get curses, right? Because right now I have 3 curses already. This would give me 4 or 5. And you know what? I'm going to take it and really hope I have a chance to remove curses. Like either an event or ideally a shop with all the gold I have. And unfortunately, I did already, unless I turn right, skipping a lead. Man, is that tempting? That is really tempting. Unless one of these 4 question mark rooms coming up as a shop. Ah, that is so tempting. So skipping the elite would make me lose. Well, it's unlikely I'll be able to affect. So realistically, it will make me lose 30 points. If I go for the shop, can I get I like shiny? Not really, right? Because I only have 15, 16, 17. So even if I buy everything at the shop, that's 20. Plus another 3 relics, that's 23. So I will need another shop. Man, that is so tempting, though. And the thing is, if I do take that path with the guaranteed shop, or if I skip the elite, I would not have known of any of the other paths, because then I think the RNG changes, so I'm not guaranteed to get another shop afterwards, whereas I might have had gotten one before. That is really tough. Let's do a cold snap to the backliner here. Oh man, I honestly don't know. I think I'll skip the elite. Yeah. I mean, the run is not going poorly. I shouldn't waste it by sort of making it a mistake. Also, I should have gotten a lightning orb. That would have made things easier. At least the Mercury Eyeglass should kill the backliner in 2 turns. Let's do spot weakness, reinforced body. Okay. And then, yes, I just need 2 extra damage, even with the 11 thorns. No, you know what? The regret is making me take a bunch of damage, but that's fine, right? Okay, Combust, Twin Strike, Tempest. I already have these 2. I don't really want to take the Combust, although I do want to get to Inscription, but no, I think I'll take the max HP here. I think I'll go for a shop. It is a shame. I still think I should be able to get Mr. Machine, because I feel like I had a lot of question mark rooms, but, oh man. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you went for the guaranteed elite, but I think this is more important. So let's first remove the duplicate normality. And then I'll take Orange Pelts. Whenever you play power, attack, and skill in the same turn, remove all of your debuffs. Earn Mental Fan. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. And Art of War. If you don't play any attacks during turn, gain additional energy next turn. I can also grab Bullseye Armaments. I can't take the rare cards. Let's do Capacitor. Why not? Good Instincts. I think I'll remove the Ancient Potion to buy a... Which of these do I want? I guess a Swift Potion. Alright, fine. I would really love to get another shop. That would be amazing, because I still have lots of gold left over. Let me upgrade the Heavy Blade. That, I think, increases my chance of being able to get Overkill. Okay. Alright, here I got the Sphere Guardian. Let's start off with the Ribbon. Oh, I should have probably grabbed some block first, huh? Alright, fine. Yeah, see, now I have block, but I already took some damage. Alright. Okay, lots of incoming here. Let's do Spot Weakness. Can I hologram any good defensive cards? I don't have any good defensive cards. Alright, let's hologram the Spot Weakness again then. Alright, then a Good Instincts, and then a Strike. Okay. Alright. Another 26. That is a lot. I don't think I'll do Glacier here. Oh. Sorry, I mean Capacitor. Although it does set something else to cause 0. Let's do Zap, Ball Lightning, then Capacitor, then Glacier. Fine, I'll accept the damage here. Okay. It's not that much. It's only 10 damage. Okay. Alright, here. Let's do Dual Cast. Okay. Yep, get rid of one of them. Auto Shields and a Strike to be fully defended. Okay. And then I just need to deal 27 damage just to FTL, Cold Snap, and that's enough. Beautiful. At a Gambler's Brew, which I'll skip. True Grit, Cleave, Wild Strike. True Grit is a great defensive card. Also allows me to get rid of some of the annoying curses. Alright, Giant Head. Can I get Overkill? I'm drawing Heavy Blade on turn 1, which is unfortunate. I can at least fully defend with the Auto Shield. Let's do Beam Cell, and then Heavy Blade for 52. Yeah, not quite enough. 16 incoming. Stack is not enough. Let's do Good Instincts. Do something with a Reinforced Body. I think that's not a bad idea. Let's do Ball Lightning, Twin Strike, then Stack, and Reinforced Body. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so here I think I'll do Capacitor, Bullseye, and Strike. I'm trying to get a little worried about this fight because I don't have a lot of damage long turn. 16. I can hologram back a Heavy Blade. It's not going to make a difference. Not really, right? And then I might have trouble defending. So I think I have to hologram back a defensive card like the Stack, probably. Yeah, let's hologram back the Stack. Okay. That's 16. That's not too bad. I could headbutt that, too. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, let me use strike, stack, and then play headbutt the stack. Yeah, because next turn the big attacks are starting up. 33. I can't get rid of the regret. That seems like a good idea. So, I have 13 plus 21. Yeah, that is enough to be fully defended. Fine, let's do stack and then Tempest. Okay. Still have to deal a lot of damage. Starting to get really worried here. 38. Well, Shockwave does something. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't do enough, though. I think I'll upgrade the Glacier and then play that. That's the best I can do defensively. And that is... No. I was going to say nowhere near enough. It is kind of enough. If I used the block potion, it would have been enough, but I kind of want to save it for later. Let's do Feel No Pain, FTL. Then Compile Driver. Spot Weakness, finally. Then do Cold Snap. Then Rip and Tear for, yeah, a good amount of damage. Let me maybe do a Strike first, then Rip and Tear. Okay, at least I'm able to deal a lot of damage. Do I have a rest side after this? Not if I want to maximize question mark rooms, which I do. So I have to be a little careful with my HP going forward. I'm not out of the woods yet. Let's do Auto Shields, Good Instincts, Defend, Strike, and Cold Snap. Okay. Alright, fully defended that turn. Okay. And then 47, Beam Cell, Spot Weakness, Twin Strike, and that's enough to kill. Alright. Yeah, tough fight. We got a Gremlin Horn. When a new dice gain energy and draw one card. Turbo, Second Wind, or Amplify. Second Wind is interesting. With all the curses I have, I think that's worthy of a pickup. And then going left here. We got Shame. That is a unique curse, right? So far I have Regret, Pain, Curse of Dull, Normality, and Shame. Beautiful. So I did at least get Curse in Highlander. We also got Anchor, so I should come with 10 block. Okay. No shop here. Unfortunate. Let's play the Spot Weakness. I have 14. I can fully defend against that. Let's do Dual Wield. Anything I need to headbutt? I could headbutt the good Instincts, right? And yeah, I think I can headbutt one of the Spikers. Let's target the weaker one. Get back the Good Instincts. I have 17, so one more strike is acceptable. Okay. You have to be careful with all the days in my draw pile. Alright, so Shockwave is interesting. Let's do Shockwave, Good Instincts. Try to Glacier. No, I think I can do Strike to get rid of this guy. And then Bullseye to try to deal as much damage as I can to the backliner. Okay. Alright. If I get a Tempest, I might play that. I got FTL here. Yeah, I don't think I need to play the second win. Let's just true grit the days and wait. Come. Right, nobody's attacking me. That's good. And look at this hand. Beautiful. 3 curses, 2 status cards. Nothing I can do. All right. Maybe I should have gotten rid of Repulsus earlier. Because, yeah, just... Oh, and then I made a mistake of playing the Defend, even though I had the Orichalcum. At least I'm not taking any damage. But I did take 1 extra damage from the Pain. Okay. And this guy at least is dead. This won't be dead next turn. Can I Hologram? Did I have a stack? I thought I did. No, but I have a True Grit that allows me to get rid of the Normality. And then I can do a Compile Driver. Okay, and then I can play a Strike. Alright. Little intense fight there, but Sword Boomerang is great. With all the extra strength, let's definitely take the Sword Boomerang. Here I get the Transient. I don't think that should be too big of an issue with the Sword Boomerang. Let's do Compile Driver first. Twin Strike, and that is enough, right? Let me do maybe play all my cards so that the Regret deals less damage. Okay. And then actually save some gold with the Calipers. Some block, I mean, with the Calipers. Right. Here, let's get rid of the Shame. Should I just do... No, let's deal damage and then do Reinforced Body. This turn I'm not... No, I'm still saving block with the Calipers. Okay. Alright, let's do FTL. Dual Cast, Strike 1. And 15. I have 12, 15 exactly. I think I will still do Tempest just to have some more Lightning Orbs. Okay. That's fully defended there anyway. Oof, this might be a little tougher. Let's do Shockwave, Ball Lightning, and then a Strike. Unfortunately, I'm going to take a little bit of damage here. And then it's not over yet. 52. Let's do Spot Weakness, Beam Cell, Bullseye, and Rip and Tear. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, I think that is enough. Okay. Alright, not too much harm done here. You have to be careful because I can't rest until the boss. Leap, Evolve, Clash. Not a huge fan, but is there any chance? Unless I get a shop. Actually, even if I get a shop in Scooby, it might be hard. But let's take the leap and try to get a shop out of the next 2 question mark rooms. Nope, that's not one. Also, that does mean that I can't really get Alex Shiny. Let's still have 1 more question mark room. Let's keep up hope. Let's do FTL here. I would love to do the Normality. Or the second wind to get rid of the Normality, I mean. Yeah, let's do Defend and then second wind. At least that allows me to be fully defended and does not make me play the Normality or have to deal with it going forward. Alright, here, let's do shockwave, then rip and tear. Alright, I was hoping it would hit the frontliner. Okay. Which I am taking damage. I still have a block potion. I might have to use that because I feel like I'm losing a lot of HP. Would love to save it for the boss fight, or for the lead fight, but let's hope Sword Boomerang. Okay, one of the Sword Boomerang hits hit the frontliner. That's good. Let's do Zap, Steam Barrier, and Defend. Okay. Another 16. Let's do Heavy Blade, and that's enough to kill. Beautiful. Alright, got Ice Cream. That's really nice. Energy is not conserved between turns. Fire Breathing, Skim, Thunderclap. I definitely need something like Skim. Yeah, extra card draw, and this is not a shop. Instead, I have to lose a card. I'm probably okay losing the Capacitor. I don't think I really need it. Although, it is a power. Fine, let's use the Defend instead. Alright, yeah. If I had an extra... If I didn't have a shop here... I mean, I am curious. If you go for the elite on the beginning of this act, will you get a shop later on? Because if you do, then me going for the shop was unnecessary and a mistake, and I lost 25 points. But admittedly, I think... I mean, given all the information I had, I think this is the right decision. So, this is a problem here. Let's just spot weakness, upgrade the leap, play that, then do good instincts, and 31. I am alive. I was thinking of throwing the fear. Oh man, got the stack a little too late. Bummer. Could have done don't say control chaos, the combat driver sooner. Yep, that was definitely a mistake. Here I am tempted to do a reinforced body to gain block for next turn, but no, I think maybe it's better to do something like Rip and Tear and then Tempest. Come. Hope I don't get another big attack in a row. Even the small attack, yeah, it's still 27. I do have Second Wind. That is pretty good. Wait, it's going to be 7 times 4, 28. Yeah, that's enough with the plate armor. Let's do Beam Cell and then Second Wind. Come. I miscalculated. It's only 21. It's fine, it's fine. I thought it was 4 cards, only 3 cards. There's a Heavy Blade for 44. I do have energy. Let me see what the Skim gives me. FTL. Okay. Then Bullseye, Twin Strike, and Heavy Blade for a kill. Okay. Alright, I desperately need to rest. We got Ink Bottle. One of you play 10 cards, draw 1 card, and an Explosive Potion, which I'll skip. Whirlwind with the Ice Cream is interesting. Yeah, sure, let's take it. And then here, I think I have to heal. Even though I have the Pentagraph, I'm a little worried about the boss fight. So let's make sure I am as close to full HP as possible. Alright, so I could do Shockwave. That will apply vulnerability, not weakness, though, right? Might be a problem. Let me see. I have 14 right now. I do have Reinforced Body. No, I think I should do Shockwave to get rid of the artifact. Right? Yeah, it's AoE artifact getting rid of. That, I think, pretty good. Glacier will be another 6, 10, 20. Yeah, 27. That should be enough, right? Okay, good. Alright. 32. Yeah, nothing I can do here. Absolutely nothing. Let me see if the Swift Potion gives me something good. There's a stack. That's not really anywhere what I need. Let's do Compile Driver. Second Wind would get rid of a lot of good cards, but that would include getting rid of the stack, which I would like to avoid. So I think instead, I'll do Feel No Pain, then Stack. The second one now will hit the Zap and the Dual Cast only. So that's 14 plus another 14, 28, 30. Yeah, that will be enough. Fine, let's do Second Wind here, and then I'll do Rip and Tear. I could also do Whirlwind. I don't need extra block. I could do Whirlwind to trigger the Ornament of Hand, but I don't think I need that. Okay. Alright, another 32. Yeah, I'm going to be in trouble here again, huh? I mean, I could use the block potion, I guess. Let's upgrade the defense. Play that. Play another defense. So that's 18. Oh, there's a hologram. A little too late, but it didn't I have the 0 cost? No, I didn't have a 0 cost card there. So wait, I have 22 plus 6 is 28. I need 32. This is 31. I'm 1 short. I don't think there's anything I can grab. Unless, no, I can't even grab the Skim to play it. Yeah, so I guess I have to... Let me just make sure I didn't miscalculate. 6, 24, 28. Yeah, this is just not enough. I don't think there's anything I can grab. Yeah. Alright, in that case, let's just do Sword Boomerang and drink the block potion, which, of course, is a huge waste, but what can I do? Right. 38. I don't think there is a way for me here. 43 damage, that's not close to being enough. Let's do Good Instincts, Bullseye, Heavy Blade, and then True Grit. Yeah, fine. Alright. So I'm glad I rested. I don't think there's any way... I don't think any reload would allow me to protect this one. I just got... well, I shouldn't say I got bad card rewards. I think I just... the deck... The lethality is too difficult. My deck didn't have enough defenses and didn't have enough offensive capabilities to kill quickly. So I don't think there's much I could have done. 44, let's do spot weakness, FTL. I'm actually starting to get a little worried here. I don't think I'll do the capacitor. I think a regular strike is better. At least Orichalcum helps me a little. Alright, there goes my plated armor. 44 again. I can do auto shields, leap, steam barrier. At least I'm alive. Let's also do twin strike. No vulnerability on the backliner though. Okay. I'm down to 7 HP. I'm hoping that with the extra energy from Ice Cream I can play some fun stuff. I do have heavy blades. Anything I need to headbutt? Not really. Yeah, I think I'll just do Rip and Tear. Tempest is interesting. But no, because it won't deal enough damage and I'll lose my Frost Orbs. Oh boy. Let me... I guess I'll Armaments the Tempest just so I can trigger Ink Bottle. I need a Reinforced Body next turn, that's what I need. It's not a Reinforced Body. Let me see what the Good Instincts gives me. Alright, well, I can do Leap, Ball Lightning, and Stack. That's 50. No, I'm not even close. I have 43. Alright, I have to reload this one. So maybe my mistake was because I was trying to perfect, I had no chance of perfecting or surviving. So maybe I should prioritize surviving and just dealing a lot of damage in the beginning rather than trying to perfect. I still think I should do this in the beginning. That, I think, was the right call. Okay. But then maybe the next turn, rather than trying to perfect, I should try to survive. I could just do Whirlwind. It's not a bad idea with the vulnerability. I mean, I lose the perfect here. I can drink the block potion. Let's just do Whirlwind. I think that's the right choice here. That is a lot of damage up to both enemies. Yeah, I think that was correct there. But definitely losing the perfect, of course. But I think that gives me a bit of a breather here. I can do something like Compile Driver, Sword Boomerang, then Stack and Second Wind. That should give me a lot of block too. Okay. Alright. And then here, Headbutt the Whirlwind is tempting. I think I'm gonna... I'm gonna hologram the Stack. Play that, and then headbutt the... Oh, I'm gonna draw whatever I'm gonna headbutt, right? Fine. Yeah, I didn't account for the ink bottle. Fine. Alright, let's do True Grit here. Come. Alright, another 38. Let's do Beam Cell, Heavy Blade, Bullseye for block, and then Good Instincts and Defense. Play everything I can here. Come. If I can get rid of the backline next turn, that'll be great. I just need to deal 51 damage. Can I do that? Ball Lightning, Cold Snap, and a Strike. That is enough. Beautiful. Okay. I don't think I'll do Capacitor, but yeah, this way I have much more HP, so I can at least handle one attack, and it's only 44 incoming now, which is good. Unfortunately, Auto Shields, because of Calipers, I can't play Auto Shields, which is a shame. Let's do... I mean, I don't think I'll do a Swift Push. Right? Actually, I know I'm going to get a Leap and Steam Barrier. I can only play one. Actually, I can play two of them. Fine, let's do the Swift Push and then do a Leap, and then do a Steam Barrier. Okay. Alright, I'm down to 30 HP. I do have lots of energy, so I just need to draw some good cards here. Should I do Tempest? No. I think I'll do Second Wind. Yeah, let's do Second Wind here. Get rid of the Normality and gain a lot of block for next turn. Well, some block for next turn. Actually, that's not a bad idea to have 35 block here. Yeah, I think that was pretty good. Let's do Beam Cell, Cold Snap, Strike, and Good Instincts. Okay. I could have done the Ball Lightning. I don't think it's a big deal, though. Alright, and then here, let's True Grit the Pain. Then Bullseye and a Strike. Okay, I just need to deal 40 damage, which seems doable, especially if I get a Whirlwind. Yeah, I got a Whirlwind. Beautiful. Okay. Alright, yeah, just the focus was I had to try to survive rather than perfect. And the fact that I had to rest 3 times to survive, I think does indicate that trend. 1239, I don't think that's a bad score, even though I didn't perfect any of the bosses. Out of the 8 elites, 8 elites I perfected only 2. I think there was the Lagavulin on Act 1, which I had to use potions. What was the other boss I perfected? Oh, the Gremlin leader, because it wasn't attacking me. I did skip in the lead on Act 3, so it could have been a third one, but I think I did that so I can get Cursed and Highlander, which I think might have saved my score. I also was able to get the Stuff Modifier, which was fairly easy. Mr. Machine raining money, thanks to the Normality event, and Popper, as well as Stuffed. Yeah, let's see where 1239 puts me in the rankings. If I'm 10 points away from somebody, I know that it will have gone for a shop. Okay, so I just barely made in the top 20, which is interesting. So I am, what is that, 32 points above or below Goldberry. 32 is a strange number, so I wouldn't be surprised if Goldberry did go for an Act 3 Elite. Is that right? Yeah, yeah. And then Gemino got 1312. That is 73 points more than me. Yeah, okay. So Gemino probably did what I did, which is to skip the elite on Act 3 to go for a shop, and then was able to get Highland Curses. I don't think Goldberry did that because his number is not close to a multiple of 25. So I suspect that Goldberry... Is that right? Yeah, 32 is not... Yeah. So I suspect that Goldberry maybe did not skip that elite, but then maybe... I wonder if he was able to either get a shop in a question mark room, or maybe he just had more luck with the bosses and did not get curses. So yeah, I do think it was an interesting decision today, whether or not to skip an elite to go for shops. I also have to admit that this is probably the most I rest in the daily, and it wasn't super intuitive. I think it was very easy to not rest and get too confident and then have 2 Book of Stabbings fights on Act 2 and die there. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people did that just because I was able to end up in the top 20 with no perfected bosses. I think does mean that a lot of people did that too. But yeah, I think this is interesting. Let me know in the comments what you did. Let's review the scores from yesterday. Before I review the scores from yesterday, I just somewhat accidentally clicked on over here, and I didn't realize the latest Spire 2 also has like a few slots where you can have different saves. I didn't realize that. This is like literally the first time I'm clicking on this. And it's kind of funny. Playtime 2,775 hours. I'm pretty sure that does not include, because I think my playtime on Steam is higher. So I wonder, I guess it doesn't include, well, I didn't play that much modded. So hang on, just for fun, let's do, okay, no, the character stats also match to 2,775 hours. There was, I definitely played before, I feel like I played more than that. Anyway, all right, so yesterday was a silent run with the Insanity, Purple Cards, and Binary Modifiers, and as I predicted correctly, a lot of people died yesterday, so it wasn't super easy to survive, and just for fun, I think, yeah, you can make in top 70, or top 80, if you pass the 1,000 threshold, so I think that indicates that it was a tough run. Some people died. A few people got lucky, including myself and Gemino, so Gemino perfected all the elites and all 2 of the 3 bosses, which is very impressive. He did mention that he had some bad luck against the Act 2 boss, which I think was the difficulty for a lot of people, but then he got some really lucky card draws against the Time Eater, so was able to perfect that one. Only ended up with 1 collector moves, which I think really hurt his score. Actually, everybody got 1 collector moves, right? Because at the beginning, the Insanity deck, you had a collector bonus. And then he mentioned that he did have to use the duplication events to be able to get curses, which is impressive, and not everybody got that. Actually, I got really lucky because I had a duplication event to duplicate a curse. Before that, I had Doll's Mirror, and I did not think of duplicating a curse, but then luckily at the end, I was able to fight the Writhing Mass and gain an extra curse that way. So I was still able to pull off curses, and still was able to also use the Doll's Mirror to duplicate a regular card to get a collector bonus. But then Gemino was not offered the 5th curse, so he had to duplicate, or he had to use both duplication events, or I guess Doll's Mirror and the duplication event, to be able to get curses, so congratulations. Gemino was able to get Overkill and combo. Did mention that it required a lot of time to set up the combo, so he lost the Lightspeed modifier. Was able to get Popper, I Like Shiny, and Mr. Machine. So yeah, great score. 23 points more than me. I ended up with 1305, tied with Alex. Me and Alex had different approaches though, so I perfected 4 of the 6 elites and only the Act 1 boss. No real chance against the others. I end up with 3 collector moves, which is nice. I did Dolly's Mirror a Consecrate and then almost missed Curse because of that, but was able to then luckily get a curse from the Writhing Mass at the end. Also was able to get Overkill and combo. Got both of those out of the way early on Act 1, the very first fight, which I think was the right decision because it also didn't force me to lose too much time, because I was able to get the Lightspeed modifier as well as Popper, I Like Shiny, and Mr. Machine. So yeah, not a bad score here. Alex got the same score, but with a different approach. Alex perfected 5 of the 6 elites, all the bosses. That is actually a huge achievement. He did mention he had to reload the Act 2 boss a lot of times to be able to perfect that one. He also was able to get the Act 3 boss killed on turn 2, thanks to Divinity and 0 cost Eviscerate. He ended up with 3 collector misses just like me, but did not get the curse modifier. So like me, he did use Doll's Mirror to get an extra collector miss on a regular card, but then unlike me, did not get a 5th curse offered. So I think both me and Alex did get the Writhing Mass fight where we got the Parasite, but I suspect that I got the duplication event in the question mark room, whereas Alex didn't. That is my suspicion, and that way I was able to duplicate a curse, and that was my 5th curse. Alex was able to get Overkill, Popper, I Like Shiny, missed the time modifiers, and combo. And yeah, I think Gemino spent a lot of time trying to get combo. I think if you don't get it early out, it might become more difficult later on. But yeah, great score from Alex. Congratulations. The next you have the Dark here with 1128. And I think that's it for a top 100, right? Yeah, so Goldbear mentioned that he died, and he actually thinks of a conspiracy that maybe they make the dailies tougher for Slay Spire 1 so that people switch to Slay Spire 2. And then that is actually confirmed by Simone, who also took too much damage to Book of Stabbing and then died to the Anger Avocado and then switched to Slay Spire 2. But anyway, that was yesterday. Today, I'm happy to see Goldberry in the top 20, so clearly was able to survive. Although I have to admit, I think this was a tough fight, so I wouldn't be surprised if more people died just like yesterday. But yeah, I was able to make it through. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you did, especially if you skipped that elite on Act 3 to get an extra shop or not. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.